everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Bella here, and today I created this makeup look for you guys. I did include how I did my face makeup as well, not just my eye makeup. So if you're interested in seeing how I achieved this look, then please keep on watching. I did use the Huda Beauty Desert Dusk Palette to achieve this look, and as always I'm going to leave the makeup details below in the description box. So to prime my eyes, I used the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in the shade Fair because I ran out of the concealer that I normally use, which is light medium. And I went ahead and I set my eyelid with some translucent powder after I blended it out with a damp beauty sponge. And then I went into the shade called Eden in the palette, which is this light pink shade, and I just went all in the crease as my transition shade. Now going into Blazing, which is this orangey shade, I went ahead and applied that to my crease, and I did use a little bit more of a dense, smaller brush just to really concentrate that color in the crease, going in back and forth motions. To blend that out, I went back into the shade called Eden, and I just went right over that, going in back and forth motions with a bigger, fluffier blending brush. Now going into the shade called Amber from the palette, which is this chocolatey brown shade, I'm just going directly in my crease. As you can see, I'm using a wing liner brush, and that really helps with the precision and applying the shadow only to the crease. Next, I'm going in with some Tarte Shape Tape Concealer once again, just to really clean up the lid. And then I went in with some translucent powder just to really set the lid before we go in with other eyeshadows, just so that everything blends nice and smoothly. Now going into the palette and taking this dark brown shade, I'm going to be applying this to the inner and outer corners of my eyelid. And I'm just going in light patting motions just to really make sure that there are no harsh lines. For glitter, I went ahead and used the Geri glitter from Shop Violet Boss, and I'm just applying that to the center of my lid. I did use Too Faced Cosmetics glitter glue, which I love. And now I'm going back into the shade called Eden for the lower lash line, and I'm just going in back and forth motions, just really applying a light wash to the lower lash line. Then going back into the Geri glitter, I'm just going to be applying that to the center of the lower lash line, just to really make it pop like it does on the lid. For lashes, I'm going to be using Shop Sofie Bella lashes. These are unreleased. Stay tuned for the launch of these lashes. And if you want to see the face details, then just keep on watching. So for the face, I applied some Ultra HD or Ultra Boost oil from Makeup Forever, and I just applied that all over my face. And for foundation, I used the Anastasia Warm Tan Stick Foundation. And this foundation is medium coverage, and it is pretty long wearing, I believe. I've used it a lot of times when I'm filming. I don't really use it when I go out, but it is really nice on the skin, and it doesn't feel too cakey or anything like that. So to contour, I'm going to be using the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in the shade Deep. And this concealer is really great for cream contouring because it also adds coverage, and it is really easy to blend out. And I'm just applying that to my forehead, my cheekbones, and I'm also using this concealer to carve my nose, to contour my nose. And I'm also putting some below my lips and on my jawline. And then I go ahead and blend the contour with the same brush that I used to apply my foundation, just like a foundation brush. And I find that this really helps to make it super blended. And for concealer, I'm going to be using the Born This Way concealer from Too Faced, and I'm using the shade Light Medium. And I'm just going to be applying this under my eyes, around my mouth area, down the center of my nose, in my forehead, and on my chin. And to set my face, I'm going to be using the Born This Way setting powder as well. And I'm just going to be baking underneath my eyes. And as you can see, when I wipe away the baking, I always do patting motions, because if you do back and forth motions, you can really disrupt the product and move the product. And for the glow, I'm going to be using the ABH Liquid Glow. And at first it looks really, really harsh, but I go over with a beauty sponge and blend that out. And then when you go over the liquid glow with powder, it always blends it out even more. So for powder highlights, I'm going to be using the Huda Beauty 3D Highlighter Kit. or palette, and I'm going to be using the two highlight shades mixed together. And I've been loving these highlighters in this palette. They're honestly so pigmented, and they really just make your highlight pop. And then to contour my face, I'm going to be using the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil, Dark Chocolate Soleil powder. And I'm just going on my forehead, on my cheekbones, and on my jawline. And then I'm taking the blush from the palette. I believe the blush is called Ibiza. And I'm just going to be applying that on the apples of my cheeks. And for the lips, I'm going to be using the Orpha and Morphe collab. I believe that the liquid lipstick and the lip liner are both called Vinyl. And I'm just using those on my lips. And I really love how the color turned out. And the formula is super, super pigmented, so I highly recommend it. And this is the final look. I really hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much for watching, guys. See you in the next one.